Deb here, and I've got another video for you using the January kits. Now the little box on the table is the box that our wood veneers came in, and when I was looking at it, it was screaming at me, "Alter me." It was like the perfect little mini shadow box. So I did edit my photos in Photoshop, and because it's such a small space that you put the photos in, I cropped right in on the faces of my kids, and I sized them to 3.2 centimeters. Theirs weren't quite square, like it was slightly off, like not by much, but some of the squares were slightly crooked, so I had to trim and adjust till my photos fit in quite snugly. So now I have picked out my papers and I'm just cutting them down. I measured out, they were 3.2 as well. And as I was saying before, the squares weren't quite square. So I had to trim and adjust some of them to fit in as well. And I just play around until I get something that I like. So I did pull out a bit of acetate from my stash, and I'm just cutting that down because that will cover the front of the box, because I do plan on adding sequins. And I do play around with a bit of trim here, but then I decide against it. I pretty much go with what was in the kits. So after playing around a bit, I finally decided to go with that bliss word for that bottom box. I do pull some silver and blue sequins from my stash. I don't end up going with the blue because it was the wrong tone of blue than the papers were. I put, what do I do? Oh yeah, I put the flare in the bottom left box, and the sequins will go above that. So I'm just pulling everything out, and I am going to glue all the photos and the paper into the box. I was just checking to see if it was acid-free glue there, because I was putting it directly on the back of my photos, and I couldn't find anything written there that it was acid-free, so I'm hoping that this will stand the time. Okay, so I'm ready to embellish. I'm going to put one of those resin acrylic flowers up the top there between the top two photos. I really wanted to use that XOXO, but I just couldn't make it work, so I stick with the bliss. And I put a few of these wood veneer hearts in that little box in above the flare, and that's where the sequins will go. And I also pulled white sticker from the sticker sheet to go in the right hand side there in that little box above the bliss. And this is where I decided I just wanted some silver and white sequins in here with the wood veneer hearts, and I didn't want to overload it too much. I just wanted a few scattered in there. And I'm going to glue the sticker down, and then I'm going to go about gluing all the rest of the things in their little boxes. I wanted to bring some white down into that the largest box there with the bliss word, and I just grabbed a little small flower punch from my stash. I'm pretty sure it's an EK Success one, and I just punched 2 flowers and layered them up, and then I'm going to put it in opposite corners in that bottom box. I just grabbed some bling from my stash, and I'm going to put it in the center of those 2 white flowers, and I'm going to show you what this looks like before the acetate gets glued to the top of it. So I wasn't sure on how I was going to attach this acetate, and I end up going with the glossy accents. Now that it's dried, you can see it a little bit underneath the acetate, but it's not too bad, and I'm happy with the way it turned out. I let that glue dry completely. I actually left it overnight, and I wanted to use this word that we got. It's one of those glitter stickers that we got in the kit, and I left the clear backing on it, and I just cut around the word as close as I could get to the word itself, and I'm just going to glue this to the top of the box. So just playing around some more, I trimmed a bit of that doily off because I wanted to bring some more silver to the top of the box. So I used my Martha Stewart butterfly punch, and I punched out some butterflies, and I'm going to add another one of those resin flowers to the top of the box. I'm just gluing everything down, and I did have a bit of trouble with these little butterflies because that doily paper is so fragile. I think I ruined the one that was sitting on the flower, and I had to redo it. finishing up now, and I'm adding some of those pearl bling that we got in the kits. Yeah, see, I did ruin that butterfly. I punched it out again. Just adding some of them pearl bling to the butterflies, and that's pretty much it. I have some slowed down footage of the box, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'd love to see you make something with the box that you got. Alright, see you next time, guys.